This is a flip through of 4 little field notebooks I created that'll be for sale later on in my Etsy. Each one is made, it was a cloth placemat with bees on it that I had found. It's all cloth. Each has a charm on a Tim Holtz ball chain, a Tim Holtz tag. This one, number 1, has the Believe tag, a little handmade tassel with some copper wire wrapped around it, a book plate attached, a waxed picture of a mushroom, a vintage, like printable, some mustard colored cotton fabric behind it. Inside there's a fabric canvas, brown and green canvas. There's a canvas pocket that I've tucked in. It's like a postcard booklet, an old booklet from, I think, the 50s, from Boston, my home state. Some Tim Holtz paper that created a little secret pocket here, and I just created a little tag just to show that there's a pocket here. The book, the field notebook, it's removable. It slides in to this pocket. It has a tree field guidebook. I had found pages from that. An old botanical book, I think from the 20s, a bird field guide, pages, and tea dyed and coffee dyed pages, even a basketball score sheet, which just has a nice feel to it, and just various lined papers, more of that tree guide, and the botanical pages. Each one has basically the same. This is one of those vintage flower guides. I think also from like the 30s. So I took one of the pages and just sewed it in the center. Some ledger paper, Columnar paper, just various pages and some interesting little facts for a field guide. In the back, I've created 2 pockets. There's one at the top here. I didn't place anything in it, and then 2 just stamped, altered Rolodex cards. And they all have metal corners on the books. I've used these vintage stamps I had. This would be number 1. And some of that more of that mustard cloth on the spine. On this side, there's a pocket underneath this waxed fern picture that I put. It's a new, but it's vintage looking playing card in, that I just really like those playing cards. And this just slides back into this pocket. The back I've created with brown canvas and more of that mustard cloth turned into seam binding so that I could bind up the seam. so it wasn't fraying. I've just put in, and this is a piece of vinyl, I've just put in an altered like business card, just to show that you could put your license or your ID or whatever into this vinyl pocket. And it's secured with the elastic through the eyelet, and the same with this, has an eyelet. The tassel's removable. That's number one. Number two is just basically the same pages, just some different mushroom, different Tim Holtz paper, and of course different of these Boston, and that's the Boston Public Library I had. The book, it's basically the same pages, Tim Holtz paper, but different parts of that book, and it's different birds than the other one, and different flowers in the center, different ferns. And in the back, the same thing. This one's tag says, the Tim Holtz tag says Wander. And that's number 2. Number 3 has this morel mushrooms on the cover, which I love to find. More of that Tim Holtz page. This is the Paul Revere house, which when I did a walking tour, it was pretty cool. And just that hidden little pocket. And that's number 3, and on the same concept, different, you know, Tim Holtz pages, but the theme is still the same. It's animals, botanical, and birds, and trees, and ferns, and mushrooms. Anything you'd be out walking in nature, you'd see. And great little place. Number 4 is this mushroom. And inside has, I'll have to fix that. Shouldn't be growing up, but Paul Revere's statue, which is also part of that walking tour. The same, different, just different parts of those books. They're just really, really nice field guides. I mean, take along, journal in them, write down. So I want to thank you for looking, and have a good day.